it's me, HellCat, or better known as Sherry. I'm here today. Let's scoot the camera back. Sorry about that. I'm here with my husband, Mr. HellCat.
Hi guys.
And we're here eating Chipotle. I'm eating a pork bowl.
And I'm eating a salad with tofu.
And I know a few months ago we talked about PETA and how horrible of an organization they are, and like what they wanted to do with pit bulls. So let's talk about extreme vegans. I have no problem with people who want to be vegetarians. I have no problem with people who want to be vegans. But I have a problem with extreme vegans. Now the reason behind that is because a lot of them tend to kind of shove it down your throat. Especially when they find out you eat meats or you eat animal byproducts. And honestly, you know, I love animals. I really do. We have 2 dogs, a cat at our home. We have his mom that raises animals and everything. But I don't see with having to be a vegan to help animals has anything to do with one or the other. You know? Like, I understand, like, you know, these animals are being treated cruelly and everything. Well, maybe, you know, instead of, like, petitioning against getting rid of meat altogether, we should find a way for these animals that are being consumed to have a better life before they are consumed. Like, for instance, there's been like a guy that, I can't remember where he is, but he feeds his cows sweets and candy, you know, and it makes them happy, and in turn, with them being happy cows, makes their milk sweeter. But, like, it's just crazy in my opinion, because, like, you know, these vegans are about, like, oh, the treatment of animals and everything. I get that. I totally get that. I'm all for the treatment of animals, but like, for instance, a vegan cheetah has even stated that if everybody in the US, let's just say, suddenly quits eating beef, it's still not going to stop the beef industry because they still export to other countries. But what we could do as a nation is find a better way for the animals to be treated while they are alive. You know? Because there are, like, I've seen, like, some of these videos, and these animals are in horrible conditions. They shouldn't be put like that if they're going to end up on one table. You know? But if you're going to call me a bad person just because I want to keep eating meat or animal byproduct, it's not helping your cause. But instead, like, hey, look at this. You know, this is how, depending on, like, what brands I use at home for meat or whatever, they can show me, like, hey, this is how this industry, this particular company treats its animals. And maybe you should be buying from this company. If anything, you should try to buy from, like, a local farmer or something like that. That's, you know, or better raise animals and everything. And with how, like, farmers are being forced to feed their animals hormones and all that is horrible. But they're also putting GMOs into vegetables to make it grow faster for people. And I don't know. And then you got vegans like Banana Girl promoting her stupid diet where you carb the fuck up And the problem with that is there are people with the carb diet thing is that you have to be constantly working out in order to burn off that carbs you're ingesting. And for a lot of people, it's just not that convenient. And the fact that, like, for instance, we live in an area where the vegan lifestyle isn't a big thing. Like, there's a few places like Chipotle that offer you tofu, but there's so many steakhouses, there's so many barbecue places, burger places.
Yeah, it just goes on and on.
I mean, like, I know a few weeks ago, we went to Taco Bell. It took them a little while to understand what I was wanting to order because I wanted to try, like, at least a vegetarian style Taco Bell. And that was really good. I really did enjoy it. Now, the possibility of me, you know, leaning towards trying to be more of a vegetarian, where I can still have my animal byproducts, you know, maybe three times, 4 times a week, might actually do help a little bit in the long run.
I have nothing against vegans, but I think it's ridiculous, you know, especially the ones that, you know, don't do the animal byproducts like milk and stuff like that. Because, I mean, our bodies need calcium for our bones and stuff like that. And vegans, because they don't eat these things, they have to pop pills, like a whole bunch of different pills just to get the nutritions that they need. Protein pills, calcium pills. I mean, it just goes on and on, the amount of pills that they have to take to get all the, you know, nutritions, especially the iron, you know, because the iron is in meat.
And that's another big thing is why I can't particularly stop eating meat, because I have an iron deficiency problem. And if I stop eating meat and try to start taking iron pills tend to have a bad situation with my stomach.
Yep.
And I'd rather be feeling good and having lots of energy from eating the meat and getting the protein, the iron I'm getting from meat, than trying to replace that meat with iron pills that won't agree with my stomach. And I have friends that are vegetarians, and I have friends that are vegans. And like I said, they don't shove it down my throat. I appreciate them more for it. And they don't judge me for wanting to keep eating meat. Because, like, I've talked to them about it, and I was like, I could see where they're coming from about what they're saying. Especially, you know, with the farm industry, the way it is, having to force grow their animals quicker now. Everything. And then, that whole super meat thing. Have you heard about that, hon?
No.
Alright, let me explain to you what super meat is. Because the banana girl was trying to promote the super meat, which, you know, with her being a ultra vegan, should be bad for her, but she's promoting it. So basically what it is, they take certain cells from an animal, let's say a chicken, from its breast, and they grow those cells in the lab to grow an actual chicken breast. But it's never alive, it's never a whole chicken, they just grow that muscle. Well, we already have a fear of what GMOs can do to us. What could super meat do to us? What kind of effect would that have on our bodies? They haven't shown what kind of science. They haven't even started. They just have a theory right now. And, like, the idea of them wanting to do this in the lab is horrifying. And, like, you can't, like, clone of a clone of a clone. You basically are going to have certain animals stuck in a fucking lab. And that's not fun. That's fine. You can't have life for them. Just to grow meat so vegans can technically feel less guilty. It's disgusting.
Well, meat is meat.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ate that, you wouldn't technically be considered a vegan anymore.
So there you go. Meat is meat. Whether it's come out of a lab or came off an animal, it's meat. And like I said, I know I repeat myself, but like I have a few friends that are vegetarian. I have friends that are vegans, and those are the ones that don't try to shove their lifestyle down my throat for knowing that I eat meat. You know? And like I said, doing the part-time vegetarian is ideal. But like when it comes to going out to eat, the choices are very limited. For sure. But how is that tofu treating you?
It's different. I don't know if y'all have ever tried that, but I'm having the sofritas, which is the tofu meat here. It's Chipotle.
Tofu meat? Really?
Yeah, it says tofu meat. That's what it says on the menu too. Tofu meat.
But that's not vegan. If it says meat in it. Well, yeah, tell us what you think of the extreme vegans. Oh, and another thing too, I find funny, is that Freely so wants a shout out from PewDiePie, because he gave this other vegan girl a shout out in several of his videos and keeps popping her in his videos as a troll thing. And like Freely wants PewDiePie to like do a shout out to her and shit like that. And that's so desperate.
Hey, I want PewDiePie to give me a shout out too, and I'm not even a YouTuber.
Honestly, you probably would have a better chance of getting a shout out from him than you would her.
You gotta be crazy to not like PewDiePie.
I love PewDiePie.
Oh,
Did
and
you know he's
Markiplier too.
I think, according to his profile, he's a vegan.
More power to him.
Yeah. Which is interesting. So, anyway, comment down below and tell us what you think of our whole conversation. You can even leave a nasty comment. We don't care about the nasty comments. We'll just say have a good day. Give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. We don't give a shit. Along with hitting that little HellCat over there in the corner, because you know you want to be a HellCat. Along with following me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. My bad. And hit that link down below for Laura Green's channel to follow me over to her channel and subscribe. Because after every viewer's voice, there is always an after party. And we will see you in the next mukbang video, most likely, or probably the next Tasty Thursday video. Alright guys, see you later.
Bye.
Hello, it's me, Catnip HellCat, or better known as Sherry. I am here today to do a makeup look for y'all, and this time I'm gonna do a little bit different. I'm gonna